6'11" builds are the new meta on NBA 2K26, and for good reason. These super tall builds can get insane contact dunks every single play, dribble and ISO as fast as a small point guard, consistently green threes from half court like it's easy, and of course play better defense than any build on the game. Not only because you're 6'11" with a massive wingspan, but because the game is coded to give 6'11" builds specifically the highest contest percentages compared to any other build on the game. But there is one problem. Everybody and their mother has posted a 6'11" build claiming theirs is the best, but none of them actually know the sauce. So today I'm gonna give you a perfectly optimized 6'11" build that is quite literally the best build you can make on this game. We're gonna use every secret cap breaker technique to save hundreds of attributes and perfectly distribute those attributes to min-max a 6'11" build. After that, I'm gonna give you the best jump shot, the best dribble moves, the best dunk animations, everything you need to know to dominate on day one of using this build. That's right, today I'm gonna help y'all out, but I also need your help as well. I got called out by a robot on Twitter. I'm not even trolling. Me and Grok, the Twitter robot, now have a deal in place where I need to hit 1 million subscribers before 2K27 comes out. And I did the math. If we hit 900,000 subscribers by the end of December, we'll be on pace to get there. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. But real quick, I have a question. How did you find this video? If you're one of the 200 people that click my noti out of my 900,000 subscribers, I'm not talking to you. But if you found this video by searching for a build, I'm talking to you and you alone. Do you know how I got you to click on this video? And did you know that if you knew the answer to that question, you could be making $10,000 a month? I'm not even trolling. I just released a step-by-step guide you can easily follow even if you have 0 subscribers and 0 experience making videos. And we already have over 1,000 creators who signed up, already getting their first 1 out of 10s 2 days after getting the guide. Anyways, the link's in the description. There's a free version if you want to see what it's all about, and I really hope I'll be helping a lot more of y'all chase your dreams real soon. But anyways, let's get into this build. Alright y'all, now for the build. And again, this is going to be a perfectly optimized 6'11" build. Literally the best 6'11" build you could possibly make. For the position, we're going to be going a power forward. The height is obviously going to be 6'11". The weight is going to be 212 pounds. And the wingspan is going to be 6'11", so we can get a 94 mid-range and the badges that come with that. Now, if you're making this build, make sure to copy this exactly. We went this exact wingspan so we could get deep range takeover and a 94 mid-range rating. Just trust me, everything in this build is perfectly min-max. And speaking of min-max, and let's go ahead and cover the attributes. First off, our 3-point is going to be a 63. And I know that might be a surprise to you, but no, I am not joking. We are going a 63 3-point rating and an 88 mid-range. The reason for this is because with cap breakers, we're going to go from a 63 to a massive 91 3-point rating and an 88 to a 94 mid-range, which is going to give us Hall of Fame set shot specialist. The next attribute we're going to min-max is our ball handle. We're going to go a 63 ball handle. Once again, 3 cap breakers on this is going to give us a maxed out 75 ball handle. Our speed with ball is actually going to be maxed out at a 68. That's going to give us access to gold lightning launch. And our pass accuracy is going to be a 76, but we're also using cap breakers on this to get us to a ridiculously high pass accuracy you'll see at the end. Now next, let's cover my favorite part about this build. Our block rating is going to be an 88 rating, which we're actually going to use 2 cap breakers on to get a 90 once we're done. And if y'all don't know, your block rating directly affects your contest percentage whenever you jump. So if you thought perimeter defense was a thing getting your contest whenever you jump, you're wrong. It is based off of your block rating. So having a 90 block on a 6'11" build, your contests are absolutely insane. Your opponent could be on the 3-point line and you could be on the free throw line, and if you jump, you're still gonna get a 20% yellow contest. And that's when you're in bad position. When you're in good position, you're gonna consistently force red contests and opponents are gonna miss over and over again. For our steal rating, we're gonna max it out to a number I'm not gonna say. I swear if y'all timestamp this and say the meme, I will never post a video again, okay? Please spare me, bro. I've heard this all season in game chat. Our perimeter defense, once again, is gonna be maxed out at a 77. Our interior defense is gonna be an 80. We're 6'11". We need to be able to hold down the paint, and man, can we hold down the paint with an 80 interior defense and a 90 block. It's actually ridiculous. You get all Hall of Fame block badges, like chase down artists. You even get legend pogo stick once we're done with this build, but we'll cover that later. Next, our defensive rebound is gonna be an 80, and our offensive rebound is gonna be a 70. Now, normally you only need 1 rebounding stat to be up, so you you would go like an 80 defensive rebound and like a 55 offensive rebound. But you're gonna see at the end of this build, there's literally no attribute that I want to raise, especially with my cap breakers. There's no attribute that I feel like I'm missing out on. So I'd rather just perfect my rebounding and not have to worry about if I'm on offense or if I'm on defense. And usually we save the physicals for last, but I'm too excited about them. We're going in 80 vertical, in 82 strength, which is beautiful because that's gonna give us gold strong handle once we're finished with this build, a 73 agility, and a maxed out 79 speed. I honestly debated going at 90 vertical, but I tested this build myself. 80 vertical is all you need. Anything else is extra, which is crazy for me to say because I've been a huge advocate for 90 vertical all year, but bro, I tested it myself. 80 vertical on a 6'11 still feels insane. And at this point, you either think this build looks horrible because we haven't put our cap breakers, or you already see the potential and know this build is insane, but bro, it gets even more insane right here. Our post control, we're gonna go in 87 post control, which not only gives us post scoring badges, but it also gives us playmaking badges like unpluckable. Our standing dunk, we're gonna go in 81 for silver rise up. Our driving dunk, we're gonna go in 87, giving us contact dunks on a 6'11 build. And then to finish off the build, we're gonna go a 70 driving layup and an 84 close shot for silver paint prodigy. And then finally, at the very end, I plan on playing rec with this build, so I'm gonna go a 78 free throw to finish off the build, completing our 6'11 demigod build. Now, I know there's some people that skipped to this point of the video and are just absolutely flabbergasted by what's on their screen, like a 63-3, a 63 ball handle, and yes, a 67 steal. Haha, very funny. But bro, please just wait till you see the cap breakers. And before that, wait till you see the build name. Hold on, I'm gonna let this part play out, bro, because the build name is absolutely insane. I have literally never seen this build name in my life. It is a two-way mid-post rim rocker. Drop a like in the video right now if you have never seen this build name before. And you know what's crazy? You get an even better, more unique name once we apply our cap breakers. For the cap breakers, there's a lot of things you can do, but this is what I went with. A 94 midi for Hall of Fame set shot specialist, a 91 3-point rating for deep range takeover, an 87 pass accuracy for Hall of Fame break starter, of course a maxed out ball handle at 75, and finally with our last two cap breakers, I decided to go with a 90 block. Now this is what I decided to do with my 18 cap breakers, but there are a lot of other options. For example, you could put 5 cap breakers on your post control and get Hall of Fame post badges on your 6'11 ISO build. I honestly don't post up that much whenever I play, so I didn't see a reason to do that, but you definitely could and it would be super OP. Other than that, you could use a couple cap breakers to get a 77 driving layup. I know some of y'all like that threshold. If you're a layup head, I again do not go for many layups. I'm old now, it's basically contact dunk or nothing for me. But yeah, you definitely have a lot of options when it comes to your cap breakers. Now these are your dribble moves. I'm not gonna go through every single one, but the main ones that are super broken are Giannis dribble style and Giannis moving crossover. Now for Giannis moving crossover, you have to be a starter 4 or higher. I see a lot of people asking me that question. Yes, you have to be a starter 4 rep or higher to get this moving crossover. And when you do, trust me, it is the most overpowered moving crossover in the entire game. For any build, this is the best moving crossover. You saw in the intro clips, I was basically just teleporting through people for easy wide open dunks. And then basically on 6'11 builds, after that, all you do is alternate between Kevin Durant and Giannis and you are perfectly fine. Those two players basically make up all of your dribble moves other than maybe pro combo moves and pro behind the back. But even the behind the back, you could go Kevin Durant. I just prefer pro because it lets me create space for my 3. And also a lot of people ask for my motion style. I always use Serge Ibaka on these taller builds. It makes my player feel super fast. The jump shot for this build is the jump shot I use all year on my taller builds, which is base Jonathan Isaac, release 1 Charles Bassey, release 2 Baluba, 4-4 release speed, aka 100% release speed, and the blending is 65% Bassey, 35% Baluba. And for your visual cue timing, you want to do it a little bit above push. In my last video, I said it was 5 ticks above push, and y'all were right. It's definitely not 5 ticks above push. It's more like 6 or 7 ticks. You see what I did there? These are the badges I'm running on this build. A lot of y'all said you want to see the badge elevators. I always do set shot, shifty, and then limitless range. You could opt into doing lightning launch or handles for days, but naturally you get those pretty quickly. These are a little harder to get, especially if your team doesn't let you score the ball often. Like if you play with randoms and they don't give you the ball a lot, I would just go with these instead. For your badges, this is the layout I'm running. You could replace post up poet and post fade phenom with stuff like interceptor or box out beast. Whatever you're having problems with, you could change it. That's what I love about this build. You could even go gold rebound chaser, but overall these are the badges I like to run. The post-up moves I don't use too often, but whenever I'm going for content, I like to mess around and just go for a post fade with this build. You're gonna see on Wednesday's video next week how insane this build actually is. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, bro. I don't know what you're doing. I'm posting peak content every other day, bro. Like, you will literally have something to watch every time you eat. Subscribe right now. What are you doing? But yeah, obviously, Legend Set Shot, Legend Shifty, Legend Pogo Stick, those are a given. Hall of Fame Posterizer, also a given. With a 6'11", your dunk meter window is insanely huge. And then obviously we have Hall of Fame High Flying Denier and Gold Post Powerhouse. Again, you can change the post badges to whatever you want. And finally, our takeover, the last secret I'm going to teach you in this video. This is what all the comp players do for your takeover, especially if you have custom takeover. If you don't, all you have to do is unlock all your takeovers and you unlock custom takeover. But once you get custom takeover, the only stat you want to put on is your speed with ball. And the reason for that is if you only put one stat in this attribute section, it raises it by plus 15 instead of if you put on 3, then it only raises it by plus 7 each. So the way to do that if you have other attributes here is literally just click X or square depending what console you are, remove them, and you will get a plus 15 boost. An 83 speed with ball on a 6'11" build is the exact reason why I'm able to move that quick with such a tall build. Without this, you're going to be moving a lot slower, and then you're going to comment saying my build is trash. So once again, make sure you only put speed with ball in your takeover. And then the best takeover by far is obviously deep range takeover. But another one you could use is sharpshooter for ankle breakers and poster machine for crazy contact dunks. But honestly, the build gets those regardless. You want to be able to shoot from half court, so deep range takeover is the choice. And finally, these are the dunks I have on to get the monster dunks you see every time I stream or whenever I upload a video on these 6'11" builds. And I'm honestly just going to scroll through them. I'm not going to go through every single one. You can pause the video, see which ones I have on equipped. Basically, every single one that I can get, I have equipped except for these signature animations. There's certain animations that are terrible to put on. So if I were you, I would copy the signature dunks verbatim, but everything else is kind of just preference. This is just what I've experienced to be the best whenever I'm doing my dunks. Like, honestly, I don't like 2-foot rim grazer, for example, because I get blocked from behind a lot, but athletic two hands, I barely get blocked on. So yeah, just basically all trial and error. I'm going to scroll through a little more just to make sure that you all get the dunks so you can dominate on day one, bro. That is the goal. I want y'all to have fun this Christmas, especially if you're getting the game new. If you're getting the game new this month, please timestamp this right now and let me know you're getting the game new. I might have some VC for you, bro. But anyways, y'all, that is pretty much it for the build. If you're wondering why my player looks like John Morant, don't worry, that's a video coming soon. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and while you're bored, go watch my rec videos, man. I'm telling you, they're peak. Watch one, give it a chance, and I promise you'll fall in love and binge watch all of them by the end of the day.